Alrighty, so we're going to look at how to play Love Is All. So the first thing that we need to do is tune the high E down to a D. So to do that, we can either play the fourth string open, and I kind of like to do that to get it in the general range, or we can just go onto the third fret of the second string. So either the fourth string open or the third fret of the second string. So I usually just do the fourth string open. You can kind of hear it right there, right? Here it's the same tone roughly. And then to double check it, we can adjust as need be. Cool. So now we have this high E down to a D. Now we're going to take our capo, put it on the 7th fret. Make sure none of the strings are getting bent or anything like that. All the strings are coming through clean. And now what we're going to do is we're going to play this first little shape is our second finger on the 4th string on the 2nd fret. So just right here. And this is, anytime I'm talking about any of this stuff, it's all relative to the capo. So this becomes our guitar neck now. We're ignoring everything down here, okay? So 2nd fret, 4th string. So boom, boom. So this thumb is kind of rocking this bass the whole time. And with this finger picking style, the thumb is going to be kind of taking care of these top 3 strings. And then these 3 fingers are on the bottom 3 strings. It's really important that each one kind of has its own little home. So the 3rd finger stays on the 3rd string, or the 1st string. 2nd finger on the 2nd string. 1st finger on the 3rd string. Oh. So then, right? Perfect. So to play this first part, we go do, da, do, da, da, da. So 6, 4, 6, 2, 3, 4, 6, 4, 6, 2, 3, 4. It's really important that the thumb be keeping a steady pace. So try to tap your foot along as you're doing this. But the other fingers are kind of just providing a little fill. So it's like it turns this into tap, tap. And it's kind of like a little bit of a triplet fill. Da 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 da. Right? Da do da 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 do da 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 do da da da. 6, 4, 6, 2, 3, 4. Cool. And once we have that feeling comfortable, now we're gonna move on to the rest of the intro, which is really actually quite similar to the verse, but there's a couple little differences. The 3rd finger doesn't do too much for this, but it's really important that it will get used during the verses. So try to not use it because we'll need it later. So the overall kind of picking pattern for this, I'll just talk about what strings you're hitting. It goes 6, 4, 3, 6, 2, 4, 3, 6, 4, 3, 6, 2, 4, 3. And it's still that same shape of this 2nd finger on the 2nd fret. 4th string. And then we hop it up after we play that for a bar to the 2nd fret of the 6th string, and we kind of do the same pattern. So 6, 4, 3, 6, 2, 4, 3. And then we move our 2nd finger over, or we move our 3rd finger onto the 3rd fret, 6th string. So it's like just the neighbors hopping on. Same picking pattern again. So all together it kind of looks like this. A little bit slower this time. Cool, so that's the first little part. And then we move on to this sort of, it's almost like a C, but the 3rd finger moves up to the 6th, or stays on the 6th string. So we have this, and then we put these on to where the bottom half of the C would be. And then we kind of play the same little picking pattern again. So, sorry, I'll just make sure that it's clear. First finger, second string, first fret, second finger, fourth string, second fret, and then this third finger stays on the third fret of the sixth string. And then the second time through, we pluck both the sixth and the second string to start off the picking pattern, and then we just carry on business as usual. One more time, the first time we did it. So all together it looks like this. And then we take this first and second finger off. And we pluck both of these again for the next little part. And then we play this shape one more time, but when the bass string is hit for the second time, we actually move our finger down. So this is the first time we see a bit of movement in the actual, during the actual picking pattern instead of like outside of it. So I'll show you an example. So going from here, we'll just do the last bar of it. So it's pretty much, this hand is still doing the same sort of stuff, but this hand is having to do a walk down halfway through, the second time through. So I'll show it one more time. So we play these together, so sixth and second string. And then this is the second time. So it goes 6, 4, 3. And this is where you hit the sixth again, but we have to walk down. And then we go back to this shape, or sorry. And then we go back to the first thing that we do, second finger on the fourth string. And then we go back to the, it's kind of like playing that first little part again. And then we go back to the that little adjusted C shape with our third finger on the third fret. So yeah, again, first finger on the second string, second finger on the fourth string, second fret, and then third finger up on this one. All right. And then we hit this on the sixth string, and then this is different. This is where it starts to change the picking pattern. So we go boom, and then we hit the fourth and the second string at the same time, and then we do it again on the sixth and the second. So boom. And then we, as we pluck this one, the second or the sixth and the fourth or second string, sixth and the second string, we pull off the first finger. So it goes. And we actually, as we pull it off, it's good to just remove the second finger at the same time because we have to play these two strings open now. And if it's on, it sounds a bit weird, so. Second finger comes off as well. Play the fourth and third string. Back to the sixth string. Second string. Fourth, third. And then we put our pinky down and we play both of these. And we pull off on the pinky, kind of like what we did with this finger. So I'll play it slowly all together. And then we have to move our take our third finger back and put the second finger down, And then we get ready to hammer on the third finger onto the third string, second fret. So we play fourth, open, third, hammer down onto the second fret. But as we do that, we play the sixth string. So when the hammer on comes down, or sorry, so just practice that a couple times. And then we hop back to this adjusted C shape. So, or sorry, we don't hop back to that adjusted C shape. Instead, we keep our first finger on the, or we move our first finger over to the second fret first string, and then the second finger stays on, I said something completely wrong. So it's the second string, first fret, not whatever I just said. And then the second finger stays on the sixth string. So and then this second finger stays on. First finger goes onto the first fret of the second string. So sixth and the second get played, and then we play the fourth and the second, and then we pull it off. Then we play the fourth and third. And we play this. It's kind of like the beginning again. That's the intro. So I'll play it through slowly first once, and then I'll play it through at the more or less the regular tempo. So I'll do it from the very, very start. Sorry, there's a couple little mistakes in there. It's kind of tricky playing that slow. It makes my brain think more than it should. Okay, I'll try to do it at a regular tempo now.